Hey, welcome to another MSM RC and Hobby video. In this video, we're going to talk about our first ever racing event with Tamiya Mini four-wheel drive race cars. Our good friend Robert, he got us connected with one of the local clubs, and we were over at Sherwin's house. He hosted the club race, and it was a lot of fun. What a great vibe. We showed up not knowing a whole lot about racing, and we left with a whole lot of knowledge that we can put into our future builds and our future races. I showed up with 3 of my cars, and so I'll show you those briefly. We had the Brocken Gigant, which is a front motored car. The motor sits right in front, just behind the front axle, and this is the pro stock category, where we're allowed to add double rollers to the front of the car, and we can put a different motor in it. It's kind of like box stock, but with some small modifications. We can't go crazy, but we can do a couple different mods. We can run some different wheels and tires, a different motor, we can run a different roller setup, but we can't go so far as the next category, which is B-Max, where we move on to aluminum rollers and weights and tires and just an all-round higher performing car. So this is the Brocken Gigant. The next car that I had was called the Beat Magnum, and that's this guy here. And Robert very kindly set me up with a different set of wheels and tires, because the wheels and tires that came with the kit were too large. The car was going to bounce off the track if I ran that. And as you can see, it's got the same roller modifications as the BG. And this car here is rear motored. So this chassis, the motor sits right behind, right in front of the rear axle. So still rear biased. And then the third car I raced was this guy here called the Spark Rouge. And this car is a mid-motor design. It has a similarly sized motor as the single output motor in those 2 cars. However, it has 2 output shafts. It sits directly in the center of the chassis, and the gearing, there are gears on the front and rear axle, and this drives both of them with, like I say, 2 output shafts, drives them simultaneously. There are 3 categories of racing these cars that are done here in Vancouver, and it's Pro Stock, B-Max, and Open. And so some of the footage that you'll see here in this video is of the B-Max and Open class cars, and you can see just how rapidly they travel around the track. It's extraordinary how fast they go. I would say we're not up to where, like, you might have seen HO scale slot cars, which they go around the track so fast that it's actually hard to watch them. I can't even keep my eye on a car. It just becomes a blur. These aren't as fast as that, but they're really rapid. They cover a lot of ground very quickly. All the races to start are 3 laps. The finals are a 6-lap race, and if during the course of the race all 3 cars course out, they do rerun the race. So yeah, it keeps you on your toes. Peter made a really great observation, and one of the reasons that he is enjoying this, and since our first day, he was a spectator on our first race, but he has now built some cars, and we're now feverishly working on some B-Max builds for a race coming up this weekend. But he observed that there's no real pressure to this kind of racing. When you race RC, of course, you're on the driver's stand, there's many drivers next to you, and there definitely is pressure. There's pressure to perform, there's pressure to race people cleanly, there's pressure to have a good finish. In this racing, there just isn't that same pressure. Once you put the car down on the track, it is going to do what it wants to do, whether you like it or not. And if you've built it well, you'll be successful. However, if you haven't built it well, or you've made some build oversights or errors, it'll course out, and then you learn for the next race. You make adjustments, you fix it up. I was having a terrible time with my rollers not being properly aligned, and that was causing some issues. So all of my cars now, the rollers are all very well, I've got great down thrust angle, they're in the right position. So I'm very optimistic that these cars are going to race really well at the next event. But yeah, If there's a club in your area and you're interested in doing this racing, I really encourage you to give it a go. You'll learn a lot, and it'll give you some different perspective, especially if you're an RC person. You know, the fun of building the kit, and then the execution of the build, being really efficient with how you build it, so that it, you know, because these cars, they maximize efficiency, and that's a nice challenge to have when you're putting these together. And then there's the camaraderie, right? This is a great community. We've met a lot of really cool people. They're very welcoming to us. And what more can I say? You know, hopefully this video might inspire you to check it out. And if it does, please take a look at my other video where I did a build video on my very first build. And go to your local hobby store. See if they have these kits in stock. If they do, maybe inquire, and hobby stores generally will be able to tell you if there's a group locally that does this kind of racing. If there isn't, this is actually really easy to start, because the same hobby stores that can order these kits can also order racetracks, and we're going to be doing that for our kids club. We're going to order a 3-lane setup track, relatively inexpensive. I think we're going to be in around $400, and we'll be able to have small racetrack for our kids club and let the kids build these and race them on the track. And if it really takes off and the interest is there, then we're going to introduce the kids to these club racers that we've been racing with, and hopefully we'll have some new people to come and check out racing. We also have some RC friends of ours that this Friday we're going to have a get together with them. We're going to bring a couple of these cars and show them, and hopefully get them out on the weekend to come and see the race that we're going to do. So just a lot of fun. You know, it's a really neat segment of the hobby. It intersects with model building. It intersects a little bit with RC insofar as it's a small machine running around doing something awesome. So yeah, you know, give it a try if this is of interest to you. Also, if you're enjoying our videos, this is the point where I ask you to like our videos, get you to subscribe to our channel. We're past 100 subscribers. We're driving to 200, so let's get that subscriber count up. And be sure to check out some of our other videos. Some of them, people are watching, and they're doing really, really well. There's been a ton of interest in our slash build. That video is now up over 1,000 views, which is just awesome. So we definitely hit on a topic that people want to learn more about. So this winter, when we go racing, we'll be doing some more videos about the builds for that part of the season. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. We're going to be doing, we're hoping to have 3 cars to race this winter. So that'll be a couple extra build videos in regard to that. And yeah, some of our crawler videos are doing really well. So go ahead, check out our other videos. Drop a comment in the comment section, because we really enjoy talking with our subscribers, and the comment section is a great place to have those conversations and drive interest. Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate the support, and I think we'll wrap it up for this video. Again, thank you, and we'll catch you in the next video.